Hello everyone and welcome back to the Power App Master Series. If you are new to this channel, this series is all about building complete IT asset management application from scratch using Microsoft Power App and Dataverse. My goal is not just to show you how to build an app but also to help you to understand how professional business applications are designed. In the previous video, we created a modern navigation menu from scratch. If you haven't watched that video yet, I recommend it watch it first because today we'll continue from there. In this video, we'll build a complete Dataverse database structure for our IT asset management application. So let's get started. Open the solution we created in the previous video, go to the objects and tables, and then click a new table. You will see the start with the Copilot options and other options, but in this series we will choose start from blank so you can learn everything from scratch. Our first table is IT asset locations. This table store all company locations. Next, create the asset type table. We will use this to store different categories of asset like laptop, desktop, mobile, printers and more. Now create the IT asset inventory table. This is our main table where every company assets will be stored. Next, create the asset allocation history table. This table store every asset assignment and returns. Now create the user table. This table store all employees who receive a company assets. Next, create the asset repair history table. This table store repair records and maintenance history. Finally, create the IT engineer table. This table store all engineers who manage company assets. Now let's configure each table. First, open the IT engineer table. Rename the primary column to engineer name. Create a email column as a text column and create a role column as a choice column. And add the following choices like admin, users, and read-only access. We are using choice column because these values are fixed. Now open the IT asset location table. Rename the primary column to the location name. Create a address column as a text column. Create a contact person column as a text column. Now open the asset type table. Rename the primary column to asset type. Now add a records like laptop, desktop, mobile, printer, firewall, routers, and any subscriptions. Next, open the user table. Rename the primary column to the name and create an email column as a text column. Create a department column as a choice column. Add a department like IT, HR, accounts, admin, sales. Now create a contact number column as a text column. Create a user location column as a lookup connected to the IT asset location table. A lookup create a relationship between two tables. In this case, one location can have many users, but each user belong to only one location. This is called a one-to-many relationship. Now open the asset allocation history table. Rename the primary column to remarks. Create a asset column as a lookup connected to the IT asset inventory table. Create asset location column as a lookup connected to the IT asset location table. Create a user column as a lookup connected to the user table. Create a allocation type column as a choice column with a new allocation, returns, and temporary replacements. Create assign date column as a date column. and create assigned by column as a lookup connected to the IT engineer table. Create a return column as a date column. This table use multiple lookup columns because it's connected to the tables together. For example, one asset can have many allocation records, but each allocation record belongs to only one asset. This is another example of one-to-many relationship. The same apply to users and engineers. One user can receive many assets and one engineer can perform many allocations. Next, open the asset repair history table. Create a issue description column. Create a asset column as a lookup connected to the IT asset inventory table. Create a repair date column as a date only column. Create a repair engineer column as a lookup connected to the IT engineer table. Create a vendor name column as a text column and create a repair cost column as a text column. Create a remark column as a multi-line of text column. Again, one asset can have many repair records and one engineer can repair many assets. Finally, open the IT asset inventory table. Rename the primary column to asset tag. Create asset name as a text column and create a brand column as a text column. Create a model number column as a text column. Create a purchase date column as a date only column. And create a warranty expiry column as a date column. Create a asset status column as a choice column with in stock, assign, in repair, scrap and lost. Create a asset location column as a lookup connected to the IT asset location table. Create a asset type column as a lookup connected to the asset type table. Before you finish, here is a simple rule to remember. Use choice as column when the value is fixed, like statuses, departments and roles. Use lookup column when the data come from another table like users, assets, locations and engineer and asset types. Whenever you create a lookup column in Dataverse, Microsoft automatically create a relationship between the two tables. That's why Dataverse is called relational database. And it is one of the biggest advantages over storing everything in a single table. And that's it. Our complete Dataverse table structure is now ready. We now have a clean, scalable, and professional database that will support our entire IT asset management application. In the next video, we'll start building the Power App interface, connect these Dataverse tables, and begin creating our IT asset management application. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and thanks for watching and subscribe.